Before I Met You, this movie is showing on Chine Love Is It. A recap of this movie talks about a writer who is in an emotional abuse relationship, and she dreamt and fantasized about this stranger, met this stranger in real life and fall in love with him. This is what this movie is about. Pretty much, guys. What I like about this movie, I'll talk about the cast, which is Jerry. Yeah, this guy was really good in this movie. I really like him in this movie. Emotionally just torturing. He wasn't there for his girlfriend, which happens to be Uche Montana. He was really into the character and I enjoyed him pretty much. That was decent. I like it. Another thing I want to talk about this movie is cinematography. Cinematography, I'm talking about the camera quality that they use in this movie. You could just see, I don't know if it is the editing, but yeah, camera quality, you know, the creeps, the detailed color presentation in this movie was really nice. I really like it. It's like a minimal shoot kind of movie, and that was really beautiful in terms of cinematography. Camera quality was really good. The angle shooting, the focus and everything was really nice. The focusing and, you know, lighting was pretty okay in this movie. Cinematography was decent for me. I think I like it. It's okay due to the camera they use, and you could just feel how crisp it was. That was a pretty good shoot in this movie. I like that. That's two things I like about this movie is the size and the length. Yes, I think we are back to factory setting. This movie was posted in the right frame size, so I like that. And I was like, yeah, I mean, how hard can it be? I keep complaining all the time, so I don't know. I keep saying that I don't know if they're watching my reviews, but or they just know what to do. They are doing. They know what to do, and I don't know why they went on doing the wrong thing. So yeah, I'm happy that the movie was posted in the right size. And then the length. This movie is not long. This movie is less than 1 hour 30 minutes. That should tell you what I'm going to say. So I think I like that as well. So those are the things I like about this movie. Moving on to what I do not like. Let's start with the storyline. This storyline is sourceless. This storyline doesn't make sense. This storyline is meaningless. This storyline shouldn't have been acted into a movie. This storyline should have put in the bin or shelf it. Like, this shouldn't have been out. Chine Love Is It. I think, you know, once in a while a producer will produce a bad movie, and I think this is it. It doesn't make sense that a writer dreamt about a strange man, met this strange man, same estate, and boom, they have a connection. Just like that. Have I met you before? Do I know you before? And boom, you kissed when your girlfriend was not around. Then it doesn't make sense, guys. If you watch it, you understand. This was a baseless, sourceless, meaningless. This movie should have been shelved. And yeah, storyline is nothing to hold on to. I was just so disappointed. I'm like, does it even make sense? Waiting be this. It was just be reducing your thinking capacity watching this. Again, you know, as a producer, once in a while, you produce a bad movie. So Chine Love, this is a bad movie. As usual, it's Uche Montana is going to do pretty good numbers for you, so I get it. It's YouTube. Another thing I don't like about this movie is the location they use, the estate, or should I say the rooms or the house they use. It's the same location, but everything was just done in one location. And I think sometimes when the storyline is not good, the location may not be a huge problem, but the storyline, you know, you can act a good movie in one location, which will bring drama and very intense activities going on. But this movie, it was shot in one place, and it was boring at a point, even though they had quite good cinematography for it. I think they make up the location for a good cinematography. I think that's what they did in this movie. And but I don't like the location at all for this movie. I really did not. This brings me to another point that I would make by saying that the cast in this movie, we were doing like a joke. Even though the lady that played Uche Montana friend, she was pretty intense. She was present. You could feel her presence, you know, trying to convince her friend to do the. She was okay. Like, how many casts were in this movie even? 4, 5. So yeah, aside Jerry and then the lady that played, Uche was not present. Fine. This man, I don't know, man. I don't feel he's good looking. Does he know how to act? For me, for now, I'm not a fan. He doesn't put the emotions that you can feel what he's doing. He just bring his pretty face, and I think that's okay, because if you want numbers, you know, you have to use good looking people for your movie. Yeah, the cast in this movie were not it for me at all. Like, I wasn't feeling any of them. And this was making the movie seem like a joke. I don't know if it is the characters or just the storyline was just making everything look like a joke. And this brings me to costume. Another disaster. A writer without a book. A writer who is looking like she's just in the house doing nothing. Now, wow, this movie, everything was just like a joke. I don't even want to waste like, nothing about this movie makes sense. If you sit down and want to think about it, nothing about it makes sense. But because of the cast Chine Love used, she will definitely get numbers for it. And I mean, it's YouTube, guys. You will definitely get views, even if you put mediocre. And I think at a point in time, everybody will get tired with the mediocre acting and cast that YouTube producers do. We are getting tired. I mean, like, there's no character that you can pinpoint and say, wow, this, that. No, why? We can't be putting a lot of mediocre movies on YouTube. Let's balance it. That's my problem with YouTube producers, guys. On that note, I'll rate this movie 1/10. Even 1 is even too much for rating this movie, but yeah, 1/10 it is. If you're having to watch it and you want to, you know, watch it, Before I Met You, showing on Chine Love Easy. You're welcome. I'll see you all in the next movie review.